And a good day, all of you. John Henderson here, the Beverage Ramble, back again with you. Another Beverage Ramble edition today. Another one from Ohza, Classic Mimosa. This is a company based out of Cambridge, Massachusetts. Now, when I last did the other video I did was the Sangria. Um, um, I thought there were like just only these two flavors, this one and that one, but it looks like there are more than two. They have a Bellini and they have another white sangria. But so far, for what I've seen available, has been this one and the sangria, the classic mimosa. Uh, Zero sugar, added, gluten free. This is 5% ABV. As we all know, mimosas, champagne, and orange juice. Um, I've never really been a fan. I've seen them at brunches, and many people supply and drink them. I'm like, whatever, or floats your boat. But I've had it a few times too at a couple of brunches I've been to, especially when I was in Mobile, and um, I don't see the fascination of it. I just say, let me just get the champagne by itself. But anyway, that's just me. Here's what it looks like. It looks like you said. I'm here in my little small wine glass I have. It's only 5% ABV, so it's kind of light. What it is, very light, enjoyable beverage for days like this where it's very humid today. It will be. Mainly, you get the scent. It's a sparkling wine made of real juice. So, get the scent of the wine, the champagne or sparkling wine, right at the nose. Smells good. Smells not too bad. All right, let's have at it. Cheers. Man, it's hot today already. Not even 11 o'clock yet, but man, it's warm. Very dry. Obviously, some champagnes are a bit dry, usually brut, but this is definitely a drier champagne they're using to make this product. And then you get the orange juice aroma in there. Orange juice in there, so. Again, it tastes like mimosa. That's what it is, I mean, I don't think you really want to infuse this, but, whatever. Um, Adding the orange juice kind of makes it, what it is. Um, as we know, with all these popular malt beverages, going back again, so you've seen my review. I'm not going to go on and on about them, but it's been I'll say pollution, but a quite several of these canned cocktails have been popping up the last 5 years. Want to go out to parties and whatever to the park. Even now, since we're coming out of the pandemic or scandemic, as my friend Mr. T likes to call it, Ronald J. Terry, Louisiana Beer Reviews, check his channel out. We've seen people in the parks, something easy, light, you can have, and plus it's economically friendly, environmentally friendly too. I don't have to buy or these box wines, because these box wines have been around forever, but something you could take to the park, take to a concert, something to have in the summertime. Look, you're competing for a crowd now that who are not into beer or wine, basically you are in competition with all these companies now to get that beverage dollar, because of folks who don't like beer and want something like this, or a mixed cocktail in a can, or a cider in a can, whatever, Some have been successful because beer sales has gone down a bit over the last 10 years. And again, extreme heavy competition from these sort of companies like this, giving people options and choices. So not just the beer companies are competing with each other, but they're competing with these wine companies and these spirit companies to give everyone, hey, there's another option. And so far it's working. Now these beer companies are getting involved in doing these mixed drinks and cocktails because they see what's going on. I say last 10 years. I say the last 15 years, sales of beer have gone down. But beer still is the number one alcohol, alcoholic beverage of the three, and still more reasonably priced versus wine and spirits. But if you go to check out some of the bigger beer companies, most of the stuff kind of tastes the same. Some do, some don't, but they kind of do. You know, I mean, you can only do so many IPAs out there. You can only do so many pale ales out there. You can only do so many pilsners and adjunct lagers, which still, or craft style lagers are still, well, more adjunct lagers still the top sellers in most of these beer companies. Um, and they can do these other styles if they wanted to. Um, but these companies realize, hey, we got to diversify and do some other things. So we'll see them doing hard seltzers. We'll see them doing stuff like this. You see them doing margaritas in a can. Of course, the Rita line going back to 2008 when that started by AB and Anheuser-Busch and Bev. They saw what was going on and they decided to jump in that race. And so while they continue to do so, they continue to reinvent the wheel. They continue, as is Pabst Brewing Company, as is Molson Coors, SBA Miller. They're all trying to compete with these spirit companies, and some of them are getting involved into spirits and doing things with hard liquor. So that dollar can only be divvy up in so many ways to get that market share, or to get that consumer to come buy with us. So, me when I go into speaking of brunch, when I do go to brunch, I tend to really want a beer, really. And a few brunches I have gone to, it has come through for me. A Yingling, I remember I was at the Five. It was a very popular restaurant. I believe it's still named the Five in Mobile, and I think it was 11 o'clock. And I think at that time that the state of Alabama had passed a law where you can serve beer at those establishments on a Sunday morning at 10 o'clock, but still by law you have to sell alcohol at 12 noon. And I think that's the case in most places across the country if you're doing brunch. But some places you can't do that. So, oh well. Some folks live in Arkansas, Kentucky. They're dry on Sunday, so they can't. But the restaurants can serve, but you can't buy alcohol there. But anyway, that's going a little bit of a ramble. B is the name, Beverage Ramble. I mean, this is nice, it's enjoyable, 5%. I mean, like I said, I got it to review and see what it was about. Like I said, the first time I saw it, I looked at it and I said, this is interesting. But it wouldn't let me scan for whatever the reason. So I said, all right. So I put it back. And so disappointed, and then saw it at that Walmart. I said, let me try it. So I bought 2 cans of it. And so, again, for those, again, it's for the crowds that don't like beer, who don't like wine, maybe who do love wine, who do love, spirits, but more so for the beer crowd who don't like beer. They want something nice, smooth, and better for you, drink one of these. And, of course, summer months now, as we're in the season, it's very warm, and this would be a great little after work or late Saturday afternoon, Sunday afternoon, a little cocktail, just amongst friends, just enjoy, have fun. So, for the style, this ain't my thing, but again, I'll just review what I review for brunch. But anyway, I'll go for the classic mimosa by Ohza. I'm gonna go for the style. I'll go same score I gave the sangria. I gave it a B, so I'll do a B. In 85. I mean, just for the style, what it is. This ain't my thing, but I'm going to review it anyway. So, for the non-beer drinkers who want something like this and do like wine, champagne, and all that other stuff, this will be for you. So, check it out. The Classic Mimosa by Ohza at your local grocery store, such as Walmart or package store, whatever. Grab one, check it out. You may like it. I'm sure you will. John Henderson, Pierre, the Beverage Ramble team. Keep on watching as always. Cheers, live, laugh, and love. Oh, yeah. The person behind Joe Jonas, of course, the member of the Jonas Brothers, he's involved in this company. So, Just to let you know. Singer Joe Jonas sing. Cheers. Ohza, mimosa, mimosa, mimosa. Enjoy. Yay.